4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Could it all be retaliation? Hamtramck's top cop is off the job tonight, suspended and put on leave. The mayor says this all stems from a personal dispute with another city official. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Ty Steele.
I'm Kimberly Gill. Hamtramck's mayor says the suspension of Chief Jamil Al-Tahiri has nothing to do with his performance. He instead tells Local 4 the chief told him the suspension was a retaliatory action by the city manager, Max Garbarino. He claims Garbarino took issue with him disciplining one of the police officers who was a close friend of his.
Now, Mayor Amir Ghalib says in a statement, quote, "I and the city council members were not informed of the city manager's decision." He adds the city manager said there are some allegations against the chief reported by that police officer that need to be investigated, which the police chief denies.
We also reached out to Garbarino for what he had to say. He told us only, quote, "I can confirm that the chief of police has been placed upon administrative leave pending the outcome of an investigation. It is policy of the city of Hamtramck not to comment on personal matters," end quote. We've attempted to learn more about what prompted this investigation into the chief in the first place, but we have yet to hear anything back. Mayor Ghalib says there will be a city council emergency meeting soon to take some, quote, corrective actions. All right, new tonight, power lines in Macomb County are causing a rift in the community. The new power lines are proposed to go along a 19-mile road near Garfield in Clinton Township. But
some nearby residents are against it. They say the power line should go behind Community College, Macomb Community College. Jacqueline Francis was there for the College Board of Trustees meeting tonight. Jacqueline, what did you learn?
This issue has pitted part of the Clinton Township community against Macomb Community College. A lot of people leaving the meeting here tonight very angry. All of this surrounding where to put those power lines. What's your take on the power lines?
I hate it.
Just appalling. It really is.
The people have spoken.
It's not a good thing.
Those living along 19-mile road near Garfield want the power lines to go somewhere else, anywhere else.
Power lines should be placed where people visit, not where they live.
The Clinton Township supervisor says the additional lines are needed to power the new Henry Ford Macomb campus, a big hospital that needs big power. Power lines about this size that have to go somewhere. One route, shown in red, would be along 19-mile road where there are multiple housing complexes.
They want to pull up all our 20-year plus vegetation, all our trees, all our landscaping to put in these poles.
I got a nice patio there, all those plants and everything. Everything's going.
The township supervisor and residents say there's a better alternate route shown in yellow along Delcoma Drive. This route runs behind Macomb Community College, but they claim the college doesn't want it there.
We're going to lose value in our homes. There's health risks with being that close to electrical lines as well, and it's the aesthetics we're losing. We're losing so much more than what Macomb Community College is trying to protect.
Residents showed up to Wednesday's college trustee meeting to try and persuade them to use the Delcoma route. During the meeting, the trustees' legal counsel responded, saying it's the company that places the power lines, International Transmission Company, or ITC, that chose 19-mile road.
ITC has clearly and consistently said that the best and possibly only way to get power to the Macomb Hospital is down 19-mile road.
In a unanimous vote, the board rejected the proposal to consider Delcoma Drive. Again, those residents leaving very upset tonight. Now, we did hear back from ITC. That's the company in charge of the project. They tell me that 19-mile road is the best way to go. We have their full statement on our website, clickondetroit.com. Reporting live tonight, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Thank you, Jacqueline. We appreciate your report tonight.
Other news tonight, the man accused of stealing a car in Wayne with 3 kids inside has now been charged. 25-year-old Brian Brown II is now facing 1 count of unlawful driving away a motor vehicle. So here's what happened. Brown's accused of jumping into a car while a mother was inside a grocery store last Sunday in Wayne, leaving her kids in the back seat. He then drove the kids a few miles down the road, dropped them off in a parking lot of a business. Thankfully, the kids were found and not hurt physically. Police tracked Brown down, they arrested him, and he is scheduled to be back in court next week. And the man accused of murdering Danielle Stislicki in 2016 is finally going to trial. About 10 years later, Floyd Galloway's official trial date has been set for February of 2026. Galloway is accused of murdering Stislicki. He was a security guard at her office, the very place where she was last seen alive. A witness even told police they saw Galloway in the passenger seat of Stislicki's car as they were leaving the parking lot. Police say Galloway was not even supposed to be at work that night. He called off for a doctor's appointment. Stislicki's body still has never been found.
Well, they say avoid it at all costs. That's the message tonight from several fire chiefs about this stretch of construction here on I-75. Officials are calling the 15-mile stretch between Grand Blanc and Independence Township a public safety crisis. There have been several dangerous crashes along this roadway, including one just last week. And to make matters even worse, the way the construction zone is set up has left first responders with limited options for getting to emergencies. MDOT acknowledged the safety issues in a statement saying, quote, MDOT is committed to work zone safety for everyone. MDOT has met with first responders numerous times to discuss emergency access and strategies to improve access throughout the work zone.
Deer overpopulation is now becoming a real issue in another Metro Detroit community. Tonight, an animal rights group went to a meeting in Bloomfield Hills to speak out against a plan to control the deer population through culling. So this discussion comes after neighboring Farmington Hills approved a plan for deer culls. This means they could bring in skilled sharpshooters for 2 to 5 days a year to reduce the population back to safe levels. But at tonight's meeting, a group called Advocates for Michigan Wildlife are calling for alternatives to culling. They talked about deer birth control, surgical sterilization, and even relocation.
There's really no reason to do this when we have scientific-based evidence that shows that you can reduce deer population many non-lethal ways.
However, experts in Farmington Hills that I spoke with say these methods that she mentioned are too expensive, they're not practical, or they simply don't work. Furthermore, the Department of Natural Resources, with plenty of their own scientists, has documented the overpopulation of deer in Michigan. That overpopulation is causing excessive deer vehicle crashes, major crop damage and property damage, and harm to the deer population itself. When the deer population exceeds healthy levels, you see, the deer get a horrible sickness called wasting disease. It's terribly painful for the animals. DNR scientists say bringing the population back in control will actually help the herd of deer.
Stellantis is making a big move in Metro Detroit with a huge $388 million investment in a new mega hub for parts. This state-of-the-art facility is going up in Van Buren Township, and it's going to really boost parts distribution efficiency across the U.S. with some cutting-edge technology. That, according to Stellantis, is expected to support nearly 500 union jobs and will include advanced systems such as auto store robots to help speed up delivery times. The children of Dee Warner are seeking $100 million from Dale Warner, who's accused of killing her. They filed a wrongful death lawsuit today. The family attorney says Dale allegedly transferred assets from Dee's business to himself and his family members after she disappeared. They also are seeking funds that were spent on the declaration of death trial. Lawyers expect this case to be resolved within a year.
The Wayne County Sheriff's Office wants to remind everyone to stay safe this boating season. The Sheriff's Office says it has seen more and more wake ordinance violations in recent years. So here are the rules. Boaters on the Detroit River cannot exceed a slow, no-wake speed within 1,000 feet of just about any dock or shoreline in Wayne County, with only a few exceptions. Another big issue, life jackets.
The biggest thing is the life jackets. If there's 5 people on the boat, there should be 5 wearable life jackets on board. And sometimes we see there's only 2 or 3 life jackets on board. That's not enough for everybody. So we'll write the operator a ticket for that.
So there you go. As you heard, every boat needs a life jacket for every single person on board that vessel.